Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Buchanan, and today I'll be talking about Leadership, a Communication Perspective for COM 381, September 10th, 2019. So, we're in Chapter 3 of this textbook, Leadership, a Communication Perspective. And, of course, if you're watching this down the line, last night, September 9th, we had made a video on the Discover Your Strengths book, and I was talking about finding your talents and becoming a leader and focusing on those talents in any kind of organization. So today we're talking about the different types of leadership and the ideas of what makes a leader. This chapter really goes into the traits of leadership. It's said that leaders aren't born, but they're made through hard work and effort and constant tweaking to their craft. Vince Lombardi, everybody knows that leaders are made, they are not born. They are made by hard effort, which is the price of which all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile. So if we all want to chase a big goal or dream of ours, we all have to be leaders, because 99% of the population is not a leader, and they choose to just find their comfort and kind of ride it out. Let someone else take the lead. They say here in the book the traits of a leader: cognitive abilities, personality, motivation, social appraisal, problem-solving skills, expertise, and tacit knowledge. I agree with some of these. I agree with the personality and the motivation. If you don't have the personality and the talking ability or the want to extrovertedness to talk to people, you're not going to get very far, because really all business is done, if you're looking into business, all business is done through communication. Now you can say the same for healthcare. If you're a doctor and your goal is to become a doctor, you got to learn how to talk to people. You got to talk to patients. You got to talk to your coworkers. You got to talk to your nurses. What dose of drugs does this patient need at this time? How many times a day? You need to be able to express what you need people to do in any kind of field. Same as if you're a teacher. That's the biggest communication of all. If you can't talk to your students, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. So another one was motivation. Obviously, you need to be motivated, of course, right? The social appraisal. Like I was talking about last night about trying to make other people happy. Of course, you can't make everyone happy, but if you can provide a service or something that makes people happy, generally, this is a good way. And I think that's the same example of social intelligence. Other things that talked about here were emotional intelligence. You need to be emotionally intelligent as a leader. You can't be erratic. You can be emotional, but you can't be erratic in your decision making. You can't make decisions because you got pissed off about this one thing. You're just gonna flip it all around and you're gonna make a decision based on that. You really can't do that. You can't. And that's something you have to develop over time. You have to become aware of it. But that is going to be a huge, crucial step into becoming a leader. Position power. So position power has the virtue of his or her positions become a group within a group, or so basically, comes great power becomes great responsibility. So if you're going to be in a position of power, there's models, there's theories about people being put in power that take abuse of it. Like, great power comes great responsibility. That's a very true statement. It's shown in superhero movies, but it's also been proven in the Stanford experiment, which was an experiment that had to do with students. Half of the students were prisoners and the other half were guards. And all the guards became power drunk and abused the students. And in the business area, I think a lot of people like to have, I'm Mr. CEO, I'm Mr. They get the title, and they, all of a sudden they, got their big boy britches on, and they think that they're shit, they're untouchable, they can do anything they want. Really, I think as coming into a leader, you don't want to who cares about the title? The title does not matter. What matters is what you can do. Can you do the job? Okay, just because you have a title doesn't mean you're good at your job. You know, I can wear a janitor's hat, I can wear the asshole hat, I don't care. But if I do my job to 100%, that's what matters. If we're productive, we're efficient, and we're cranking out revenue, that's the way to go. You know, as far as a leader, you need to have task structures for your employees. They need to be able to complete steps 1, 2, and 3. I know for my employees, I have pictures in my, or not pictures, but writings in my shop of step 1 through 5, 1 through 3, 1 through 4, opening, closing, how to use register, how to use the machine, how to treat a customer. Now I know they probably ignore this shit, but it's there. It's structured. I have structures on how I want things done when I'm not there, so they can, if they forget, oh well shit, what do I do? Look right there. It's right there for you. That's a task structure. I think every business, hospital, every place has that. That's very simple. It's very basic for any leader to have. Leader-member relations. Now to be in relation with the member, yeah, know them on a personal level. This goes back to like the authoritarian and democratic styles of leadership. And I think you need to, on some perspective, understand where they're coming from, how you can benefit them, how can you help them grow. You need to kind of figure that out. Now, of course, it's a 50-50. It's any like relationship, it's a two-way street. You can do all these things, and the employee may not even give a shit. But you need to be able to relate to them. I mean, go have a drink every now and then, right? You know, have a good conversation. What's going on in their life? Make it about them, because you're there for them as they are for you. But again, you got to find the right employee, because a lot of them are pieces of shit. So, with the conclusion of that, this chapter was basically structured on, you know, what types of their leaders there are. I mean, there's all kinds of the aggressor, the blocker, the recognition seeker, the player, the dominator, and that was all I was also talked about in the Now Discover Your Strengths book as well. And in situations, you find out who are those people. You know, and I guess in that book it talked about you know, if you're going down in a plane crash. This is more basically just, you know, basic structure and text on what these people are, you know, elaborator. So, you know, this was just kind of I feel like a continuation of the other book, but in a textbook sense. So it was a good chapter. We're looking forward to self-actuation and that pyramid of needs of each person, of an employee or a leader. Everybody needs self-actualization to really get them going. And so we'll talk about that soon, and have a great day.